Hello everybody and welcome to Sonic Adventure DX Part 12. In the last episode, we completed Sonic's story finally, and as you can see there, down the bottom right, 100% for Sonic's story. Today, we're moving on to Tails. Yes, we are going to be beginning Tails' story. We are going to be beginning Tails' story. Sonic's story took quite a while, 11 episodes, although I don't think the rest of the stories will take as long. Well, Knuckles might be long because his levels are slow.
Great. All systems go, full speed ahead.
As you can see, your Tails flying in the airplane. Remember when he crashed at the beginning of Sonic's story? Guess
this?
what? Same music that played when he was crashing at the beginning of Sonic's story. And there he goes.
I'm out of control! Mayday! Mayday! Going down! Ah! Look out below!
And so ends Tails' story. We have completed 100%. Rest in peace, my friend. Okay, no, not really. This is only the beginning of Tails' story. So, after we get discovered by our friend Sonic... That looks really stupid. So, we get saved by our friend. Well, not really saved, but... I don't know what you'd call it.
Boy, you're lucky I saw you come down. So what went wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
This is pretty much the same cutscene with minor differences.
It's just that I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
Strangely enough, some of the lines actually do change.
If you want.
Thanks, Sonic.
Even though it's the same exact, supposed to be the same exact thing.
Check out this power supply.
The Chaos Emerald! Okay, over traumatizing for the win.
No way!
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Like I said before,
They have unlimited
using a Chaos Emerald to power a plane.
power to fly my plane.
Tails logic.
Let's go to my workshop in the Mystic Ruins, and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop on a train, and get there in no time.
Indeed. Alright, so now we can start playing Tails. He can fly like so, which makes levels much easier, and it makes playing as him very enjoyable. You can also do, instead of spin dashing, pressing B does this weird, whoops, does this tail whip thing. Alright, so coming along here, fly up here, I don't really know what I'm doing, I guess I'm just showing off what Tails can do. Anyways, so we're supposed to go down to the station. So let's do just that. And would you look at that, the tutorial ball's back. We don't need it right now though. Alright, so we don't need stairs, we can fly up there. Haha. And now we get on the train to Mystic Ruins. Now that we're here, we go up to the workshop, which will be much easier with our flying capabilities, of course. Except not really. And what do you know? Oh, excuse me.
If it isn't
What do you know? It's Eggman, just like in Sonic's story. As you might notice, the story's already progressing much more rapidly than Sonic's did. We weren't in this area until part 2 of Sonic's story.
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Like I said, the lines change. And something else changes. You now fight him as Tails rather than Sonic. basically what changes is that instead of fighting him with the homing attacks, you fight him with your B move, which is that tail swiping thing. Swiper, no swiping. Okay, I had to reference that. Alright. Egg Hornet, once again, round 2, this time with tails. Fly around for the hell of it, avoid these things. Simple as that, you just keep doing that. You just go up to him and press B and tail attack him. And you just rinse and repeat for the rest of the battle. Very similar to Sonic's fight with this guy. Although it's not as easy because you can't run and swipe yet. See, all like this is you will get a power-up later on in Tails' story that lets you run and do rapid swipes. That's very helpful. But you have to slow down if you want. That's what I get for trying to demonstrate that. You have to kind of slow down. And with that, that finishes off the Egg Hornet. You get tissue real quick. Excuse me. Alright. Easy battle, just like Sonic's. And I believe before the end of this video, we will have enough time to do the first actual level in Tails' story.
That was just too easy.
I know, that's exactly what I said.
Gotcha.
Now, there's something else you'll notice is different. He's walking the other way, as opposed to in Sonic's story. Very strange, actually. And just like that, see, you notice that a lot of the lines change. I don't understand why they did that. They could have just made the same cutscenes and made them skippable, although that would have been very lazy. But, yeah. It's really little things that they change, so I don't really see the point of them doing it. Like, in the Sonic story, he says, just as the stone tablets predicted, but in this one he's like, just as the stone tablets said it would. It's like, what, did they simplify it for Tails' version as Tails intended for younger audiences? Which would actually make sense, because when I was playing this for the first time when I was like 8, I started playing as Tails right when I unlocked him, and pretty much ditched Sonic, because back then Tails was my favorite character. But you know, let's play, you gotta do it in the right order, or else it doesn't look as good, I guess. Something like that.
We can't let that monster get any bigger. It could get ugly.
That's what she said.
Must be stopped. And he can be if we keep him away from more emeralds, right? So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
Same basic story as Sonic's. Plot, rather. You have to get the emeralds before Eggman does. But for some reason, now you're in a race against Sonic. Now, this tablet, right, this Windstone, just like Sonic's story, it's the entrance to Windy Valley, and this is actually the first stage in Tails' story. So we'll be able to do this just before we end off this part. So put this right here, and just like in Sonic's story, the key goes right there, and you go up here, and welcome to Windy Valley again. This time, stage 1. So as you'll notice, the goal is now find the emerald before Sonic, which is actually quite easy because of shortcuts. Shortcuts that you can take because you can fly. Here's one right now. Oh, I almost died. Now, but the shortcuts that you're actually supposed to take are these dash rings that send you over here. Those are the ones that you're supposed to take. Although there are other exploits that you can take because of Tails' flying ability. that. Nope. Oh shit. What the? Okay, so I'm off to a bad start. That's okay. I can improve. Maybe I'm just not used to Tails yet. Or maybe I'm a load of bullshit. Either way, I'll get better. I want to go with that dash ring. That was tempting. That actually saves them. These save a lot of time in this level especially, but in some of the later levels you're going to need to use them if you want to win the race. Like, it's not going to be an optional type of thing later on. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. And with that, very easy level. Like, the racing aspect is incredibly simple because you can fly. Like, beating Sonic is no challenge at all. Speaking of Sonic, there he is, right
That
behind
wasn't
us.
too bad.
See? Oh no! I crack myself up. No, I really don't. Alright, back to the Mystic Ruins Adventure Field.
The train headed for
Now,
Station Square will be departing
Before I end
soon.
this off, let's see what we're going to be doing next episode.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
Well, the Magic Ball says, you must go to Station Square. Alright, it's nighttime now. That's not really... Actually, no, I was going to say that's not really a factor, but it is, because the casino is only open at night.
You can go to the
And
casino
right after
area.
I say that, you can go to the casino area at nighttime. And that's exactly what we'll be doing next episode. Alright, guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.